Hello, hello. I am feeling some desire to reach out and connect. So here I am, and happy Mother's Day. It's been a day for sure. Um, I am even more sensitive than normal because I'm doing this cleanse and I am off of caffeine. So there's like some things that came up for me for Mother's Day. So I know that's true for a lot of people, that Mother's Day can be rough. And mine was like really unexpected. Um, it's just like dealing with grief and going through layers of grief. You just have to. My sister told me a really good I don't know what you would call it. Basically, she said grief is like a ball in a box. If you imagine a ball in a box and it's like just touching the box all the way around, and then over time the ball gets smaller, but it keeps like touching the sides, and whenever it touches the sides, you get the grief feeling again. But over time, the ball continues to get smaller, so it's like still touching, you're still feeling it, but it's less and less frequent, and the duration is shorter. So I just think as I'm moving through different holidays, different experiences, I'm just going through the grief. And yes, I'm talking about my freaking breakup from 5 months ago now, and I'm still dealing with it. So there's that. And I'm grateful that I went through it and I took care of myself. And that's what I really wanted to talk about is priorities. There's something about family stuff that it makes us feel like we should compromise ourselves or do things for our family, whether or not they're good for us. And yeah, there is a certain need for selflessness. There is a need to put the collective well-being as a priority for sure, but not at the expense of the individual's well-being. That's what I find. You can't give from an empty cup, right? How many slogans can I say, right? You can't. You have to put on your own oxygen mask first. You have to take care of yourself first. And that's basically what I have been doing with doing this cleanse that I'm on, because I have a couple of health issues that I want to see if this cleanse will help. And then even today, like, I don't feel like I was the perfect mom, but I had to do the things that took care of me. I had to take the time to journal. I had to take the time to rest. And I had to take the time to work. I'm so glad I worked. I saw a couple of clients tonight, and it's just so fulfilling. I love working with people and helping people to experience new things. Oh, I did a prostate massage tonight that this guy, he had never felt anything like that before. And I feel like my sessions have been getting more and more intense and sensational ever since I've gone through the Tantra training. Seriously, he is the third person in a row that I had a session with that left his legs shaking. So for someone like me who already had a pretty good game to start out with, to be able to up level their game up to that level, that's a big deal. It's a real big deal. So, and it makes it that much more pleasurable for me to do all these things as well. So it's like I got to go and work and fill up my cup and then come home and I'm like actually have the desire to even do this. And I've been like honestly struggling ever since the anal class, which was amazing, by the way. But it's like I came down really hard from it. I came down really hard from the anal class, and I haven't really picked back up, and um, you know, it's for a number of reasons, but I really try to follow my desire and my energy levels. And if the energy is not there, then I don't want to do it, because people can tell when I'm running on fumes. People can tell when I'm not doing well. So that's why I get quiet on social media. If I'm not doing well, then I start getting quiet, because I feel like social media is not really the place for me, like, to get vulnerable, and maybe that's something that needs to change. I am in a class right now, social psychology, and it's coming up a lot about how social media is affecting people. And we all have our own attitudes, our own self-image, our way we perceive other people, and it's like when you start picking apart those layers, oh my goodness, it is pretty amazing. The there's just so many different ways to like pull it apart and think about it. It's like kind of blowing my mind, and also it's very scientific. So I'm grateful to be learning it, and also I'm like, man, there is just no way. How can someone keep all of this in mind, all these concepts and theories and everything in mind, when they're actually working with an individual? And it's like I'm just trying to absorb as much of the information as I can, and integrate it into myself, and also to know that this is not necessarily the truth. This is one thing that I will say, like going to school now, and as being 41, I feel like I definitely have my own opinion about things, and I don't know that I agree with everything that's in these textbooks. So it's like I need to read it and see what fits, what resonates, and then take the rest with a grain of salt. So that's how I am with all of that. So those are the thoughts I wanted to share with you. I was just feeling kind of juiced up from seeing my clients tonight, and I wanted to reach out and say Happy Mother's Day, and share my gratitude and what was on my mind for the day. All right, make it a sexy day.